This is the rate schedule for 2019. So let's say we now see the rate schedule. It's actually 2018 is when we see the rates change. The 15 went to 12, the 39.6 went down to 37, and then we have inflation adjustments. And so it could easily be that you're saying, if you're an employee and you're making $175,000, your tax is 24%. But if you made it through a qualified business, it's 19.2. All of QBI goes away if all they had to do was to use column 3. And we're used to that. What's capital gain? You shove it through the ordinary, then you shove it through the alternative 20%, pay the lower of the two. All of this disappears if businesses, just like in capital gain alternative calculation, they could have used number 3. Why did Congress make this most difficult calculation that completely changes our industry, when all they would have had to do is just say, if your taxable income is $175,000, pay tax at 25.6. If you're a wage earner, pay taxes at 32. Why did Congress do that? Every single one of them would have been voted out of business if the employee wage earner ever understood this. And they don't. So they will vote for this because the politician didn't want to be thrown out of office. That's what this is. It's that simple. The alternative is there. And what does that mean? This law was passed for purely political purposes. And what did I say at the very beginning of this hour? If you pass a tax law that has economic consequences, should never pass. And if the only reason is to protect a politician from not being thrown out of office, what a horrible concept. That's what we have. That is what we have. You could have had an alternative rate. Instead of now you got a deduction. Bad motive, Congress. It was even worse because nobody understands this. Even the tax attorneys do not understand why it was done. And be careful how you disseminate that information. There's going to be people that are going to hate you if you say it out loud. And we're accountants. We just want to sit in the back of the room and tick and tie. I don't want Dr. Jack to ever discover me in class. That's what we like. So, the advertised rate, we saw the column. C corporations. Look at the 21%, and everybody knows that C corporations got a tax rate reduction was from 35 to 21. I got a good friend. First name is Terry. And when this is happening, Terry called me, and he said, "God bless Trump." Well, I was pretty certain Terry didn't believe in God. And anytime anybody says something that's bizarre, stop what you're doing, put it on hold, and listen to a story. And I said, "Terry, why did you say that?" And what he is he's probably the best known speaker in the United States on a difficult topic of how the internet is going to affect the individual's, the business's future. And he said, because I just got my taxes lowered from 35 to 21%. I said, Terry, you operate as a C Corp? Yeah, for the last 30 years. But you're a public speaker. Yeah. And I says, so what are you doing with, I said, do you pay wages? And he says, yeah, $17,000. Well, I know that he makes about $400,000. What are you doing with the $383 extra? He says, deducting it on the schedules, on the C Corp? Yeah, it's all, everything's business with me. I had a fraudulent taxpayer. I don't do his return. I am under no compulsion to argue with him. Well, I know what he is. He's a crook. Because if he's deducting on his personal expenses, that is dividends, constructive dividends. We all know it. And the tax, if he does it right, is 21 plus 18.8, 39.8. He doesn't care. And I don't care he doesn't care. I really care that you do, that you care and understand, because that's the effective rate. What about individuals with QBI? 29.6 is their highest effective rate. What about the W-2 wage earners working for the Teamsters? 37%? No wonder Congress didn't want to know, because there's 1,000 times more individuals that are only W-2 than businesses are creating qualified business income. And if they understood, every single politician would be thrown out of office. Why do I have to pay 37% on my income and the wealthy people only 29.6? Isn't that what we've got the revolt on right now? Sure. Now you're going to tell them that. I don't think it's my duty or your duty to, but that is the truth.